he wasn't of this planet. He wasn't of this earth. I feel like I am sounding a lot like Charles Manson right now, so I want to back up.
Go on.
Just want to take a few steps back, stop speaking gibberish, because that's exactly. You ever hear him speak gibberish?
Oh yeah, it's terrifying.
Terrifying because you start to realize there's more going on in this planet than we're led to believe. Because if he can be doing that, and he thinks he's normal.
Well, he's crazy.
Sure.
And at that point, shouldn't we feel some sort of pity for the man? He's a crazy person. He needs help.
Yeah, there was no rehabilitation. I don't believe.
No attempt.
Don't know anything about it.
I know of. No.
Yeah, we don't. I don't know the facts, but I'm going to say right now, there was absolutely no attempt at rehabilitation.
I mean, I feel like we would have. Can you imagine that press conference where Charles Manson comes out in like a suit and a clean haircut and still swastika on his forehead because that's tattooed on there, but maybe there's some like they turned it into a flower. So he's got like now this like strangely shaped flower on his forehead.
Yeah.
And he's like, I did the crime, I did the time, and I'm just looking to make an honest man of myself.
Yeah.
How do you think society would take that?
So he's got a little touch of Tourette's?
Well, I don't know. I was just throwing in some of that jibber-jabber rambling he was doing.
Okay, I thought it was just like he was fooling everybody just to go back to his nonsense. But maybe it's inflicted on him. He can't help. He's
got a disease. He's a diseased man.
Yeah.
Illness.
I don't know. I think you need to ask the question, who's worse? Charles Manson or Roman Polanski? Remember, Charles Manson didn't kill anybody. He just spoke to the weak-minded.
Sure.
And convinced them to kill people. Roman Polanski, I'm not sure of his crimes, but he was banned from the United States, and people seem to really dislike him, though he is still allowed to make movies.
I believe he drugged and anally raped a teenage girl, like a 13-year-old girl.
I mean, that does sound way worse than just suggesting...
Convincing some fools to commit some murders.
Just, water cooler talk
some soft
about...
brains.
Wouldn't it be cool if these 6 people were murdered tomorrow evening?
Wouldn't that be just easy? Wouldn't that just be what a load off?
Yeah, I would respect that person, those people so much if they went and did that. I am not saying go and do it. This is probably how Charles. I saw movies, and this is not how it was portrayed, but
I don't think I do know, Matthew.
I don't know. I feel like I'm digging myself into
What are you getting at here?
I'm digging myself into
long
a very
story
deep
short.
Charles Manson.
Long story short,
hole.
Manson has passed away.
Yes.
And to let bygones be bygones, I suppose. Forgive and forget. Charles Manson cannot cause any more harm. Let's not celebrate his death. Let's not dance upon his grave. Let that maniac rest in peace.
Okay. I can... That was a very nice eulogy. Way better than he was given and probably better than he deserves. But I'm good with it.
So, Matthew, first thoughts on your burger from Saint-Houblon.
I didn't care for it.
All right. Would you like to elaborate a little bit?
The burger, just saying that doesn't even sound right because the burger was the smallest part of this thing. Actually, no, the cheese was the smallest part. So I get this big old bun. It's sweet. It's dense. A little sticky. It's a sweet bun. It's like a little cakey bun.
It was like a little cake. Very sweet.
Yeah. And I enjoyed that. But
puffy, airy.
Yeah. But the meat, I had to turn my bun around a few times just to make sure there was, in fact, meat inside of it. Very little. The ratio is not adequate.
You did point out, during your meal, you lifted up your bun and you pointed out your small square of cheese. It was very small. It was maybe the size of 2 or 1 of those large postage stamps.
Yeah.
A single large postage stamp.
No. It was like a little piece of cheese you would leave on a mouse trap.
Yeah.
But your analogy was much better because it's standard.
I suppose. I mean, I would also probably... I think I'd leave a larger piece of cheese on a mousetrap.
Yeah?
For 2 reasons. 1, so that it would be more tempting. And 2, let the mouse get a nice final meal.
Well,
no?
I mean, their neck snaps.
Well, if they're lucky, maybe they're just like, caught in the bottom half. So like their hips are destroyed. But as they die, they could still nibble on some cheese.
I don't know if that's anybody's instinct.
If I were in a terrible, let's say a bear trap.
A bear trap?
Grab me at the hip.
At the hip.
I'm bleeding out. I don't feel my legs. My stomach has been pierced, and the acids are spilling out, melting my innards and my outards.
Okay, so you're pretty far gone.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I've got tops 10, 15 minutes left to live.
Yeah.
But this big piece of cheese, I'll eat the cheese.
You would eat the cheese?
I'll try. I might vomit because of the terrible pain and dying.
I feel like you'd be coughing up blood.
Oh, maybe, but
in between blood coughs, a little bit of cheese.
Yeah. Cheese.
Nibble. He died with cheese in his mouth. He died happy.
Yeah.
That's what
I would not mind that.
It'll be your epitaph.
Yeah. He died doing what he loved, eating cheese.
I don't know. I think I might just pass out from the pain, or speak to whoever's around me. But you would just eat the cheese.
I might. I'm not a especially religious man.
Okay.
But I might be like, God, thank you for this cheese. May you bless this bountiful cheese. Thank you for the cheese. Say cheese and die. I am going to die. I hope I go to heaven with cheese. I hope there's cheese in heaven as well.
He's playing some kind of word game before he's dying. I don't understand.
He's lost a lot of blood. He's just going with free association here. Yeah. And amen and cheese.
Yeah. This is why you always carry cheese around in your pocket, I guess.
Yeah, because you never know when your dying moments will come upon you.
Yeah.
I could be walking down the street, and that's why you have cheese in your pocket. You could be just nibbling on cheese, and a huge slab of concrete could fall from the sky off a building, crush you. At least I'll have had the last bite of cheese.
But are you dying because you're distracted by the cheese? Because that would seem counterintuitive. Like, I don't want to enjoy cheese if the cheese is my death.
No, I don't think it's the cheese's fault. How could it be the cheese's fault?
Cholesterol.
Oh. Matthew, you just... Oh, I'm reconsidering a lot of things here. But one thing I won't reconsider...
Yes.
...is how I felt about this burger.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how did you feel?
So like you said, very sweet, cakey bun. But the burger I got was a duck confit burger.
Oh. Confetti of duck.
No, well, not that differently. It's more like a pulled pork of duck.
Like a party duck. Like the kind of duck you'd sprinkle over people at a party.
That's a heck of a party.
Graduation.
Yeah. Congratulations, son.
A winter ball.
The next step in your life is a big one. You're moving into being an adult. You have to be your own man. Here's some duck flesh.
Mm-hmm. Minced and light.
and
colorful.
Yeah, sprinkled. No, duck confit, just serve like not minced, but pulled apart duck, and sort of a barbecue-y sauce, with goat cheese, cranberry, beer caramelized onions, and arugula. I paid an extra $4, Matthew. $4 for bacon.
Wow.
Why was it so expensive? Because it was cider cooked bacon, apparently. Very thick piece of bacon. And I basically bought this bacon just to see what cider cooked bacon would be, because I do like apples and pork together. Sometimes at home I'll get a nice old pork chop up some apples and cook them together.
Okay.
That's tasty. You know what, though?
Not worth it?
No, not at all. I did not taste any of the apple cider on this bacon. It was just a thick piece of bacon. A thick $4 piece of bacon.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. You could buy a whole pack of bacon for $4.50.
Absolutely. And the goat cheese was such a small amount. It was like a spread, just a thin spread.
Oh, on the bun itself.
On the bun itself, yeah.
Not
Very
enough.
disappointing amount of cheese, Matthew. Now, what was even more disappointing than the amount of cheese was that they Saint-Houblon dare call this a burger. I have half a mind to not even rate this burger. I found out the technical difficulties. We lost this episode. For a moment, I thought, good riddance.
It was not meant to be.
Not applicable. This was not a burger. This was loose meat between two buns. This is a sandwich, not a burger, despite what the menu dared to say.
Well, now I want to make sure, though. Chicken burger. Burger for you?
If it's a single piece, sure, it's a patty.
What about a really loosely cooked meat patty?
That's fine. During Burger Week, I had a pulled pork burger.
Yeah.
Where the pulled pork was formed into a patty and then fried and then put in a burger. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But I need a patty.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me the patty.
Sloppy Joe. Burger?
Is there a burger patty in there?
Just Sloppy Joe meat.
Didn't we have a Sloppy Joe at some point for this podcast?
Where it was a burger patty once.
Yeah. But wasn't there didn't we at like a Chez Nick's or something? Didn't I get a Sloppy Joe? Yeah, it was a burger patty with meat sauce covering the whole bun, but still a burger patty.
Okay.
Need that patty.
Gotta have that patty.
Gotta have that patty.
Okay.
This did not have that patty, and I don't know how this rating's going to go, Matthew.
Well, it better go. Better just happen. I just want to make sure that you rate it.
Now, Matthew, we're recording at your apartment this week, and you have issues with your neighbors.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for adding in the neighbors part.
We arrived at your apartment, and you have a problem with some dirty old gourds.
I got dirty old gourds down there. You know what month it is right now?
It is November.
Yeah, and late November, I'd say.
Well, we're past the halfway point.
Yeah, 3 weeks past Halloween.
Yeah.
3 weeks past the gourd month, the gourd day, I'd say.
So you have a neighbor named Gord who's being a real creep? Is he that guy who buzzes you in when you walk up to your front door?
I don't know who that person is. I'll tell you, it's a mystery to me. There is somebody who buzzes me in, not every night, but every now and then. And at weird hours. I don't normally get buzzed in at 4 PM, but I might get buzzed in at 1:30 in the morning.
Quick question. Could it just be your girlfriend?
Not at all.
You're like, oh, be home soon, honey. And then she sees you walking up the street and bam, buzzes you in?
She doesn't even buzz me in when I ask her to.
Oh, that's nice.
This is somebody who's watching from the windows.
Waiting in the shadows.
Yeah, it's got to be someone who can see me.
So this is Gord?
Sure. I don't know. It could be gourd, but it's not the gourd I'm speaking of. The gourd I'm speaking of are multiple gourds, pumpkins, to be precise.
Oh.
My neighbors below me, they waited till maybe 2 days after Halloween to put out all of the pumpkins that they carved over on the ledge over the doorway, the public doorway, the public ledge.
Not public, it is private.
The private doorway.
The shared entrance.
Yes. But it's public viewing. You can see it from the street. Mm-hmm. And now they put a little display of pumpkins up there. And I was like, sure, that looks fine for Halloween. You're 2 days late. But in the spirit of the season, I'm going to give you a week. 3 weeks have gone by, Sebastian. 3 weeks. These pumpkins are barely distinguishable as pumpkins. They're just little puddles now. I think maybe one can still hold a face. So I don't know what to do about it. I'm thinking it's time for Westmount security to step in. Maybe some Westmount Independent.
That's funny you should say that, because I've been seeing some recent headlines in the Westmount Independent, local independent newspaper for the small city of Westmount within the greater city of Montreal.
Yes.
Very strange situation, but let's not get too deep into that. The Westmount Independent reports on very small-time non-crime.
Some misdemeanors, some not even misdemeanors, questionable activity.
Just some mysteries. A recent Westmount Independent headline reads, patio door left open. That is not a joke. I'm reading
That's the headline.
that right now. The story reads, a rear patio door was found open at a house on Lansdowne, October 31. Public security officials said. Patrollers reported the house was completely vacant, and a real estate agent was informed to secure the house.
That sounds like a really good outcome, too.
And October 31st, that sounds like it's the same time frame as the crimes committed against humanity, against your building, by putting these rotten old gourds that are collapsing in upon themselves upon your entranceway.
Yeah, it's sickening. This is